Hey guys, what's up? Tahera Rene Christy here. I am at an amazing community event here in North Long Beach where we are teaching the residents of North Point about business and entrepreneurship. And it has been a wonderful day sharing with this community and getting them a different mindset when it comes to business and comes to entrepreneurship. So I'm very pleased and honored to have been here, been a keynote speaker for them as well as a panelist, and support local Black businesses because we're really changing the world every day. Take care. 2.6% of businesses are Black owned, and most of those businesses only have one employee. Why? Because Black owned businesses, we oftentimes think that we can do this alone. We are the only employee if we pay ourselves. Your hungry mind is the key, right? You have the desire to know. So God will put people in places that will help to feed that hunger and give you that information, that knowledge, and then it's your job to implement. That's the hardest part. Because knowledge will be thrown at you from every angle. We got social media. It's literally inundating us every day with everything that they think is important. So you have to create what is important to you. Hence why I start with talking about integrity and character, and it's very much a part of the conversation with all of this. Integrity is what you do when no one's watching. I say it to my kids all the time, like, what is integrity? What you do when no one's watching? You're right, because I'm not always going to be there. I'm not always going to be able to pat you on the back or say, hey, no, stop, or hey, you're going to have to pretend that I'm there. And God says the same thing about us. You got to pretend that God is not some figure in the sky floating down with blonde hair and blue eyes on some poster in a room. God for you has to be something tangible, has to be something real that you can talk to in the middle of the night when those thoughts happen. Those thoughts that interrupt your sleep. You've got to have the discernment to know what thoughts are thoughts that you need to wake yourself up, write down because they can be tangible and something real for you, and the ones to let flee and say, hey God, I'd like rest right now. Because we're talking about specifics, right? When we talk about what we want from God, it can be something so simple as rest, or something as simple as, like the other day I prayed, I said, God, overwhelm me. I'm ready for my business to overwhelm me. And I can handle a lot. And so far, my business has been busy, but I'm not overwhelmed. Why did I ask for that? I asked to be overwhelmed because I want to be so busy to the point where I can hire more people. I want to invest in my community, the people that I know are going to work really hard for me and see my vision come to fruition. So yes, God, overwhelm me. Do exceedingly and abundantly more than what I could even think or ask for, knowing I've already asked for the most. And then I got to step back and let him do what he does and trust that he will do it because he's done it before. He will do it again. If he did it before, he will do it again. People who really want to be successful in business. And if you're in business or you want to get in business and you don't have a mentor, you will fail. And failing is not a bad thing, but you will learn, hey, I probably should get some help. Whatever it is, I fail constantly. I fail up. Though I don't want to fail to the point where I'm devastated. I fail for the purpose of learning and doing something different the next time. And my integrity and my character suggests that when something happens that I don't necessarily want to happen, I'm going to try to implement something different that will work for me the next time. An organization that basically has business resources, and they will teach you about how to do business, and they do it for free. So I want to empower you to know that there are programs out there that will give you whatever you need without you having to pay a dime. I always like to focus on making very intentional asks of God. Very intentional. I'm not going to ask him for a Corvette. I don't even like small cars. I need an SUV, first of all. And thank God I have one because I asked for it. So I get specific with what I ask, and then I let God do what he's going to do with that ask because I've put it out there. The worst thing you could do to God is assume that he didn't hear you. Because guess what God never do? He'll never yell at you until you don't listen. Because when he gets to yelling, you did something where the point where he's violent when he yells, but he'll whisper. And if you're silent enough to hear the whisper, and that's a discipline that he can teach you if you ask for it. Like we were talking about patience. He's not going to just give you patience. You're going to have a circumstance that will teach you patience. I want you, Tahera, hey, I want you to be the one to come and speak to the people about business. What time we need to be there? 10 o'clock. All right, I'm here at 9:59 and 59 seconds. Do you hear me? Because my integrity suggests I'm going to be where I say I'm going to be. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I don't care if I'm talking to 5 people or 5,000 people. I'm going to give the same energy because that's my integrity on the line. That's why when people do business with me, they know what to expect because I've proven it over and over and over and over and over again. It's the consistency. Entrepreneurship is a mindset.
And the difference between a business owner and a person who works at a company is literally how they think. That's it. It's the difference between 211 degrees and 212 degrees. At 211 degrees, water is hot. Suddenly, at 212, it boils. And it's the difference between waiting long enough for the water to boil so you can actually get a nice cup of ramen going. Random example. But the point is, it's a small pivot, but it's a big enough pivot that most people are not willing to do the work to see that be tangible. As a business coach, because I also work with people on mindset, on personal development, on developing a business, on starting a business and growing a business, I can tell you what to do. I can teach you how to fish. I can give you the fishing pole and the bait. But if you're not willing to sit there for hours with your bait and your fishing pole in the water, waiting for something to bite, and after 8-10 hours of waiting, you're like, this is stupid, I'm out. I can just go buy some fish at the store. And it's easy and it's cut and it's clean and it's ready to fry. If you're not willing to do the work to see the end of it, you will not make it as an entrepreneur. This is the difference between the hustler in the street who's willing to hustle until he gets what he wants, and the person's just at home waiting to receive it. So it does not matter where you've come from. It matters where you want to go, how in sync you are with your source, how often and how specifically you ask for what you want, and then be responsible with what you receive in gratitude